హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, వెల్కమ్ టు యదుభూషణ్ అకాడమీ. టీఎస్పీఎస్సీ, ఏపీపీఎస్సీ మరియు ఇతర పోటీ పరీక్షలకు సంబంధించిన 1000కి పైగా వీడియోలు మా యాప్లో ఉన్నాయి. మా యాప్ను గూగుల్ ప్లేస్టోర్ ద్వారా డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి. మా ఫోన్ నెంబర్ 9533219914.
Hi friends, today we are going to discuss the special municipal classes. In these classes we are going to discuss about the roles and responsibilities of ward officers. As we all know that the ward officer examinations, there are two papers. The first paper is about the general studies. It contains 12 topics. The second paper will be of 10 topics. In that 10 topics, the first topic is Municipal Act 2019 and the second topic is Evolution of Municipal System in India. Third topic is Roles and Responsibilities of Ward Officers. So today we are discussing the most important topic, and if you want to know the total details, we have to go through the videos of first chapter, second chapter and third chapter also. So if we have to understand the roles and responsibilities of the ward officers, we have to go through the act thoroughly. Then only we can understand the roles and responsibilities of the ward officers. Okay, presently we are going to understand the synopsis of the roles and responsibilities of the ward officers. If you have been selected into the ward officer post in near future, you have to perform these duties daily. The roles and responsibilities of the ward officer is mainly concerned with the implementation of government programs in the ward office, ward area. Government will be going to build a ward office. In this ward office, there will be separate rooms for the concerned ward member. That means he may be a councillor or a corporator, and separate room for the ward officer. So this ward officer's main responsibility is to monitor and implement all the government programs, and the second main responsibility is regarding the plantation. 85% of plants should be alive. This is calculated till the completion of the probationary period of 3 years. So you have to keep an eye on all the government programs to be implemented in your ward office, your ward area. And regarding Harita Haram, 85% of plants should be survival. These are the main broad duties and functions of the ward officer. And in detail, daily what the ward officer have to do, he has two types of works. First one is field work and second one is office work. So daily he has to visit the field. That means he has to visit his ward daily once. Around he has to start his duty at 8 a.m. and at least he has to spend 2 hours in the morning in roaming the wards for identifying the problems of the people and noting them down. This is the main responsibility of the ward officer. At least he has to roam in the ward daily for 2 hours. Just like the commissioners and additional commissioners are daily inspecting the total municipalities or municipal corporations around 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. and they are attending the office by 10:30. That like he has to perform the field works from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at least 2 hours, and he should reach the office by 10:30 and start his daily office works. So first we should know what are the field works and we should know the what are the office works. The field works are mentioned here. Totally there are more than 30 responsibilities allotted to the ward officers, but here I have given the digest of the ward officers roles and responsibilities. These are the field works. First he has to identify the unassessed properties, unassessed lands and unassessed buildings and serve the notices to the persons or in charges. This is the main field duty, and he has to perform many types of revenue services regarding the field work. Third duty is vacant land tax. Regarding vacant land tax, he has to serve the demand notice, and if it is possible, he has to collect the vacant land tax and remit the same to the municipal corporation as per the rules. So the third responsibility is vacant land tax. Fourth is the most important duty is he has to visit all the shops and establishments in his ward area. He has to inquire for the trade licenses. If any shops and establishments do not have trade license, he has to serve them notice and make them aware, and they should get the trade license as soon as possible. It is also his main responsibility. And the fifth point is regarding the property tax, vacant land tax, water charges and other charges. If any persons are due to the municipal corporation or municipal council, he should serve them notices or he should intimate them orally and in writing also, and he has the responsibility to collect the cent percent taxes under his ward area. Sixth responsibility is he has to supervise all of the works which are going in his ward area, whether they may be sanitation works, electrical works, sewerages work, drainage work, any engineering work, he has to daily supervise them. And seventh duty is already we have discussed it. He has to serve all types of demand notices regarding property tax, regarding vacant land tax, regarding trade licenses or anything. He has to serve demand notices and inform the concerned persons orally and in writing also. And he has to follow the municipal commissioner or other higher officials when they have come for the field visit. When any municipal commissioner or any additional commissioner or deputy commissioner or any special officer visited certain ward, the ward officer has to follow him and has to inform him each and every detail of the ward area. This is the eighth important duty. And ninth one, he is responsible for the census work regarding his ward area. He has to coordinate all the census work. He has to do all the census work himself and submit the report to the census officer. Who is the census officer in the municipalities? That is, commissioner is the census officer regarding the municipalities. And 10th important field duty is he has to attend all the government programs at the field level. If for example government is conducting malaria awareness program, if the government is conducting any awareness program or any program, he has to attend the program with the concerned officials. These are his field duties. These are the most important 10 field duties allotted to him. And the second one, after these field duties, he has to come to the office by 10:30 a.m. and the attendance should be taken. He has to maintain many types of registers. In the office, he has a separate room. It is called ward secretariat. In this ward secretariat, he has to do all these types of works. Number 1, he should receive daily tapal. What is the tapal means? The correspondence which is coming from the municipal commissioner or municipal authorities and the requests from the public he has to receive. He has to receive all the tapal or mail from the government authorities and do regarding the work and submit the higher authorities within the time frame only, and there should not be any delay. This is the main important work daily. When he went to office, he has to look into the tapal, that is mail, and he has to reply all the concern. Second one, he has to maintain all registers. Normally, if anything office is there, there should be number of registers: outgoing register, incoming register, movement register, attendance register, leave register, special leave register, field visit register, stock register. These types of registers are more than 20 registers are there. These all registers are to be maintained by the ward officer promptly and daily. If anything is violated, he will be taken action by the higher authorities. Next, third important duty of office duty is he should send the daily reports to the higher authorities regarding each and every program allotted to him by the higher officials. Fourth one duty is remittance of the cash. This is the most important duty. If the people are ready to pay vacant land tax or property tax or water charges, any charges in the form of cash or in the form of check, he should receive them, and he should receive the cash in the proper format, and he should give the receipt to the concerned people. It is a computer generated receipt only. All the offices are computer generated offices only, and the receipt should be given computer receipt only, and he should submit the cash to the municipal office as per the rules, and he should deposit the checks in the municipal fund account promptly, and he should maintain the cash register also. He should maintain the check register also. I have already told you that the ward officer has to maintain at least 20 registers. So he has to maintain the cash register and check register. Fifth one is handbook. This handbook is the complete diary of the ward officer. That means at what time he has visited the field, at what time he has to come to the office, which works are he has completed today. These are the tour diary, daily diary of a ward officer. It is called as the handbook. It has a proforma. He has to fill it the proforma daily and promptly. When the higher officials have visited this ward, he has to show this handbook to the higher officials, and the higher official has to inspect each and every detail which are recorded in the handbook. Next, regarding right to information works, if anything right to information work application has been received in the office, according to the act, the ward officer has also the eligibility to receive the RTA applications, and if the RTA application has to be forwarded to the municipal commissioner, he has to do on the same day. And if any RTA answer has been come from the municipal office, he has to give the answers to the concerned persons. So he has to do all the works relating to the Right to Information Act. He is completely responsible for it. And regarding the court cases, there are many cases pending before the district courts regarding the municipal affairs. He has to oversee all the court cases and submit the daily reports, weekly reports and monthly reports to the municipal office in time. If there any necessity, he has to visit the court also. These are all the works related to the court cases. And regarding the protocol duties, it is the main responsibility of the ward officer to follow all the protocols. In the cadre, he is the subordinate to the councillor or ward member or corporator. So he has to follow the instructions of the corporator or ward member. And if any other officials who are higher in his authority visits the ward secretariat or visits the ward area, he has to accompany them and he has to make arrangements of all types of protocol. Here protocol means if they are conducting any meeting, he should follow the protocol. On the stage, if the persons are attending 5 persons, he should maintain the serial order of the whether he is the MP or MLA or collector. He should know the protocol duties. There are the protocol list and he should follow all the rules and regulations stipulated in the protocol rules and regulations. So protocol duty is also allotted to the ward officer. And the most important duty of the ward officer is to identify the beneficiaries regarding all types of programs of his municipal ward area and supervise that if all the beneficiaries are getting the services, all the types of beneficiaries are getting the pensions, getting anything from the government or not. If anyone is not getting such types of benefit, he should inform same to the municipal office immediately. So regarding the identification of beneficiaries and supervision of beneficiaries, his role is very important. He is playing a very important role, and most importantly, he has to perform the election duties also, because when there is going any election, he has to attend the election duties and he has to cooperate with the higher officials regarding all types of election duties. So these are the main important roles and responsibilities of the ward officers, along with the any other duties allotted to him when you are joining in the office. When you are selected in the ward officer post, you have given the work job chart. That is, you have to do these types of acts, these types of actions, these types of roles and responsibilities. And importantly, you have to maintain all the programs of the government. You have to inform all the peoples. You have to take applications from the people and forward the same to the municipal office. And most importantly, Haritaharam program should be maintained neatly and properly, and office should also be maintained neatly and properly. And 80% of the plant's survival should be done within your probationary period of 3 years. So these are the roles and responsibilities of ward officers. You have to remember each and every duty clearly, because for the examination point of view, these are most important. Let us revise one time. The roles and responsibilities of ward officer has been divided into two types. First one is field works, second one is office works. Regarding the field work, he has to available in the ward in the field at 8 AM, and at least he has to spend his time there for 2 hours, and by 10:30 AM he has to come to the office. And these are the main important duties: unassessed properties, revenue services, vacant land tax, trade license, property tax, VAT, water charges and other charges, supervision of all works, serving demand notices, follow municipal commissioner or other officers during the field visit, census work, attend government programs. Regarding the office work, that is secretariat works, daily receipt upon, maintain all registers, send daily reports, remittance of cash, maintain handbook, RTI works, court cases works, protocol duties, identifying and supervising beneficiaries and election duties. So these are the roles and responsibilities of the ward officers according to the Telangana Municipalities Act 2019.